So with it being day 14 of Etsy dropshipping, it's brought up a good question that I think you guys might take some value in, that being, is it worth it to run Etsy ads in your first couple weeks of doing your Etsy dropshipping? And honestly, the answer is kind of up to you. Now, there's upsides and downsides to running ads early on. The upside being that it gets you way more visibility. The downside being that you really might not get any sales off it, but spend a couple dollars. And I know for some people, they go into these things not wanting to deal with any expenses, which I completely understand, as I came into this game with the same exact mindset last year. But my mindset has kind of shifted as to what running ads is really like for Etsy. And so looking at this store so far, you can see my ads have been up and down so far. Of course, the day just started because Etsy runs off Eastern time, so we don't really have much ads right now, or views right now on our ads. But you could see that even yesterday we almost hit our second peak again, right? It's moving like a stock chart right now, where it's, it has high days and low days. But ultimately, I would say it's worth it to run ads, simply because if you could see, we had one order from our ad and it's still well above our ad spend. Mind you, we've been running ads since the 26th of June. It's officially up the 11th of July. And so you could see that our return on ad spend is still above one. Even if it's at one flat, you're still breaking even. We want to keep it above one. Our goal is actually two, minimum of two, I should say. But regardless, I'm still not worried because we don't have reviews. And as I've said in previous videos, once you get reviews, your store starts to take off. Now, of course, one of the orders, I have four total orders on the store. You can say I have two to fulfill right now, but I've already fulfilled two other ones. And one of the ones last video, we not emailed, but we messaged the customer asking for a review. We didn't get a response. That's okay. Not all of them respond, right? But the other order was from me that I sent to my family's house so that they can review it and that we could get that first 5-star review. And now that we have two new orders that came organically, by the way, because remember, our order right here, we really didn't get much with. The other two orders came organically, and we're going to fulfill them. If we head over to the orders, which I'll do in a second, you can see all we need to do is type in the tracking number. I wasn't able to record myself actually doing the orders. Actually, I did for one. I recorded it, screen recording off the phone, because I was away from home, and I wanted to add that, but my phone's not working. I don't know if you could tell, but look, my phone, it's completely broken. I don't know what's going on. I could turn it on with the power button, but I can't swipe up or press anything. So I was saying in the previous video that I haven't been able to stay consistent because my phone's been glitching out, and I use my phone to record. You know what I mean? But that's no excuse. I can still record here, so that's what I'm doing right now. But that's just a quick checkup on the Etsy ads. Again, we're still running them. Look at how many views this has. This has 1,127 views, which sounds like a lot, although we haven't really got much in return. Though, of course, as we get reviews, we're going to get sales, and I can guarantee you that. But with this being our best seller right now, I mean, it has all of our sales and it's getting the most views. Our next product that we research is most likely going to have to do with the fairy stuff. So we could actually get into that soon. I can find the product. I'm not going to make it tonight, but I'll find it and have it uploaded soon. I'll do that next video, matter of fact. But with that being said, let's head over to the orders tab, and you can see right here. Again, I just have to blur out their name and their address right here. But you can see that all I have to do is complete the orders. I've shown you guys how to do it before. And again, today is just kind of a waiting game. We just have to wait for these. I have, which one is that? I have this order ready to ship out. I already have the tracking number. I also have the tracking number for this, but remember what I said, wait at least 2 to 3 days to actually input the tracking number, because what happens is when you order from AliExpress, the tracking number starts off by showing that it's stuck at the factory for like a day or two before it actually ships out and starts being carried by the overseas carrier, then the local carrier. So I always give it a couple days before inputting it. That way it also looks like it arrives faster once it's shipped out, right? Because again, we say that we make these to order, which is true in part because we don't ship them out until they actually, or we don't get started on the orders until they actually, place the order, and then we can fulfill it. So that's how it's looking right now. Nothing too crazy. Sooner or later, I'm going to get into the finances tab and how to receive payments and all that, because there's actually a lot to talk about in that section. But with that being said, there's really not much things to look at right now. all we're doing is waiting for the reviews. It's just a waiting game, right? But again, it's only day 14 of videos. We've had this store for about 3 weeks, but ultimately, we haven't been consistent. We've only been consistent for 2 weeks of it. We've missed like a whole week because my stuff wasn't working and I was out of town and whatnot. So it was a little bit tough, but regardless, here's a look at our dashboard. You can see our dashboard. This is the last 30 days. We always look at the last 30 days. So you can see this. We have 75 total views and 41 visits, which is actually a really good view to visit ratio. But then, of course, we have 4 orders, and then we have $66 in revenue. Of course, with that one order being like hugely discounted because I had bought it and I gave myself a discount. So our revenue realistically could be around $80 right now. But in terms of profits right now, each one costs about $4.30 to ship out. So you do 430 times 4. That's 16. That's $17.20. So $17.20 in expenses. You subtract that from 66. We're left with about $49 in profit so far, which is a 66 or 67% margin, which is actually really, really crazy so far. But of course, we spent about $12 on ads. So we're, in terms of actual Etsy sales and the Etsy expenses themselves after setting up the store, we're about $37 in profit, which isn't crazy, but it's definitely something, right? But of course, it costs $30 to open the store, ChatGPT Plus, $20 a month, and $10 for the Google AI videos. So we're still not fully in the profits, but if we're excluding those initial startup costs, we are in the profits, which is a good thing to think about. But with that being said, that's our dashboard. It's looking really good right now. And I mean, it's just going to keep growing as we continue to move forward in our store and continue on our journey. Once we get that first review, I promise you that first review will spike up the store. You guys just have to wait and see. That's why I record all these videos. Don't edit them unless, of course, I'm blocking out personal information. And I just want to show you guys the real journey so you guys know what to expect, right? Of course, it would be... the progress could be faster if the order delivered, because matter of fact, the order for my family was supposed to deliver today, and I got an email, and I'll pull that up right here, saying that the delivery failed, which occurs sometimes where the person delivering it can't deliver it for some reason, like they forget or something. And it really sucks if that's the case, and it can damage your store potentially, but it's not common, and that's the good news. It's not common at all. You just kind of have to hope for the better on it, I guess I should say. But yeah, it rarely happens, and I'm really surprised that happened today, but it should. They basically reship it, so it's going to get delivered tomorrow or Sunday. Or tomorrow is basically Saturday. I mean, it just turned past 12, so you guys get what I'm saying. But really quick, with what being said earlier, let's head over to AliExpress, and then we're going to go over and look up for fairy garden decor. And let's see what we can find. All we want to do is find one product. Oh, this looks phenomenal right here. I mean, this one looks like it could be a great product in itself. $6 for 3 of them. I wish we could buy them individually. Even if we can't, it's okay. Oh, this looks like it could be a good one too, the fox one. So this is like a little 2-in-1 right here. I don't mind that at all. Although I would be shocked. It looks like this is a manufacturer, so they manufacture all these pieces. You can see there's a bit different. But we're going to actually order these. Yeah, they show the first manufacturer. Pretty cool. Wow, so we could probably use that video for our Etsy thing and see how this does. So this is going to be something fun to try. I'm going to leave this pulled up, and I'm actually going to save it as a bookmark in Google so that I could come back to this tomorrow and work on it. So again, just a short day, but we just found a product that we're going to 100% sell well with, I guarantee it. And we just got to fulfill those orders. Tomorrow I'm going to fulfill both orders. I'll show you guys that and actually show you guys the process of making this next product. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Again, it's just staying consistent every day, watching the results, and of course being patient, because patience is what's going to win at the end of the day. If you're not patient, you won't see results, because most people will back out. Most people right now would say, oh, I barely made anything. It's not going to work out. I'm going to quit. No, we're going to ride through this. Watch what happens in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a year. I guarantee it's going to succeed. And you guys, if you guys are following along with these videos, you'll succeed as well. So you guys have a blessed day. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.